1 month into my 500-hour yoga teacher training, and where am I? I'm having a lot of realizations and thinking about more about all the reasons why it's hard for me to be in my body. I know initially I kicked off the series talking about my personal astrology and being really cerebral and doing a lot in my head. And last week I talked a lot about being type 1 diabetic. And so, like, in theory, I'm super attached to my body and how I'm feeling and what I'm going through. But also, so much of that happens in my brain that, like, it just makes sense why it's so hard. And this week I had another epiphany about another element that I think makes it challenging for me to be in my body, but is such an important element of it. So I really enjoy viewing the world, or at least my personal world, through the lens of human design. Human design combines the chakra system, which is nice because we definitely talk about that in yoga. It combines the I Ching, which is a Chinese modality. It combines the Tree of Life from Kabbalah. It combines astrology, metaphysics, quantum mechanics, like all of that to describe who you were born to be in this lifetime on this planet, and how your energy works best with the energy of those around you and the world around you. And so my energy type is a projector, and projector energy is very outward energy. It's targeted towards the people in my vicinity. I'm both an energetic filter and I don't know exactly, an energetic barometer, maybe. So my aura can feel penetrating to other people that I'm around because it is not within me, it is outside of me, and a little bit goes within you if you're in my presence, which can sound really weird, but it's more about me reading the world around me, reading the people around me, understanding the big picture, understanding energetically where people are at, where they're going, and people who are open to that, it's amazing. I can give them advice and ask them questions to help them get where they want to be and achieve their goals when they have space and availability to take that information in. But like I said, so much of that lives outside of me. And so much of what I'm doing and my gifts in the world are outside of me. And so, again, this is just another tick of why it's hard for me to be present in my body. And everybody has reasons why it's hard for them to be present in our bodies. I know in Western, specifically like United States American culture, like we are turned away from our bodies and focus on our minds. Some people focus on their spirit, but like being present with the body and not just managing your body or forcing your body into shapes or into certain habits or whatever, is a very American thing, I think, or a very Western society thing of like, oh, your body is something to control. It's not something to be in balance with, which again is what I'm focusing on here. I do think there are Eastern cultures that do a much better job of this and have historically always been like body focused and balanced with mind, body, spirit in a way that we just aren't over here. And so I'm sure everyone is struggling with embodiment. These are just the reasons why I struggle. And so as a projector, one of the most important things for us to do is to play. And I do think play is a form of embodiment when you are playing and having fun just for the sake of having fun and being silly and laughing deeply with people that you care about or with yourself, who is a person you should care about. You're truly embodied. Like when you are playing, whether it's making something silly, making art, playing a game, physically playing like a sport or whatever that is enjoyable to you, you are so present. You're so in the moment. You're so in your body and yourself. I recognize that there are like elite athletes where Like the trading programs their body to do whatever without thinking, and maybe that's embodiment too. I mean, that is a form of embodiment. Is it balanced? I don't know. I'm not an elite athlete. That would be a good question for them. But I think for me, playing is one of the highest forms of embodiment, and play is super important for projectors. So much of the work we do is heavy and intense. Me just walking like out in the world past 20, 30 strangers can be exhausting sometimes because my energy is just filtering all of that through everyone everywhere. And so being able to allow myself to play and give myself the time to play, whether that be on my mat or playing a game, hanging out with kids. Like if you enjoy children in any way, shape, or form that is legal and healthy, sorry, weird. But like if you have nieces and nephews or children, or if you work in a childcare field, you know this is such a lucky position to be in because they are so embodied and so present, and playing with them can get you there more easily because they show us how to do it. They show us what we've always known, but you sort of give up as you age and get older. And so play, recognizing, that my human design is this piece of the puzzle that makes it harder for me to experience embodiment easily right now. And knowing that play is a great tool for me personally to get to an embodied space. So that was something that came to me this weekend, was really important on this journey for me. Human design, like I said, has been a tool in my toolbox for a long time. I actually have 5 books out for purchase on Amazon, one for each energy type. So if human design is something that you want to explore, I encourage you to check out the books, not just because I wrote them, but because I wrote them for people who are just learning about human design or just getting back into human design. It's a really overwhelming system because it's massive. There's so much to learn from it. There's so much in your own personal chart, down to like how you eat and when you should eat and how you manifest, environments that your body thrives in, etc., and how you operate in the world and make decisions. There's so many intricacies, and it is such a fascinating system, but it can be really overwhelming. So I've done readings and charts for people, and it's like a 50-page document, and they do not know what to do with it. And I think it can be incapacitating sometimes, so overwhelming that you are paralyzed. So I created a book for each energy type, and it's a workbook, so it's got writings that you read, and then space to write your own thoughts, questions to prompt your own thoughts, and to truly get grounded in what it means to be your energy type. So if you're interested, I hope you'll check them out. I'll leave the link in the description, and I'll see you next week. I'm Eve Embodied. Thanks for coming on this journey with me.